Is family forgiveness harder or easier than other types of forgiveness?
I was born into a family that couldn't care for me. I went into foster care at 5 years old, as we've spoken about, and I was orphaned as a teenager, a late teenager, and it was a hard time for me. I experienced a lot of horrible decisions in my life for a long time. But a lot of good things came from that. I've seen in life that where tragedy and where trials come, there's often something in between that, and it's a blessing. And it's a learned lesson in the midst of that trial.
Do you feel like forgiveness comes easier to you because of what you've gone through?
Because of all of the trials that I've been through, I feel like I can relate on every level. And let me try and give you one just quick example. I was at a children's home in Monticello, and this young boy was showing me his room. His name was Anthony. And he said, this is this, and this is this. And then I got on his eye level, and I said, my name is Miss Stephanie. I was a foster kid, and I grew up in this building, in this very room. And he looked at me straight in the eyes, and we connected the rest of the time. I think that there's a special bond between foster kids that it doesn't matter if you're 10 years old, 100 years old, or whatever I was at the time. You just have that connection. So for me, forgiveness has been an ongoing process throughout my life. I've not done it right the whole time, but I have learned that there is peace. And for me, that walks out in my life just every day, just making that choice. And it's not something that's just done overnight. I believe it's a lifetime thing.
So you would say that it's taken you a lifetime to forgive your original family unit.
Well, my biological family, my mother was very young when she had us, and my dad was addicted to drugs and alcohol. And so for me, forgiveness came in whenever I began to serve in life to other people, because I could see the homeless man. I could see my father in that. I could see the woman that wasn't doing well with her children. I could see my mother in that. I do forgive my biological parents. And oh my goodness, if they would have some of the resources that I know about now, I feel like they might actually even thrive. So it actually makes me feel better to help those people in need, because I'm helping my mom and my dad.
Right.
I'm helping somebody in their situation.
And it's also made you a better parent.
Absolutely.
You know, so many times we look at the negative and woe is me, why me? Why was I born that way? Why did I have to go through that? But to hear you and to meet you, I see a totally different opinion that we can forgive and we can move on and we can allow Jesus to help us with that. That doesn't come easy.
Yeah.
But it's very obvious that the Lord has done something special, and he can continue to do special things. I also know that the United Way does a wonderful job of bringing out love and the love of Christ and helping. There are so many nonprofit organizations that are involved in that. So what has been your experience in the past about resources, and how has that helped you in your endeavors to forgive, and how have you seen that help our community?
So I know that forgiveness and community go hand in hand. You can't not be affected by forgiveness and not start serving. And I think that United Way does an amazing job at how they help with nonprofits. If it weren't for nonprofits in my life, being able to have those resources, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't be the person that I am, because I literally was raised by a nonprofit agency.
Right.
I was born in Baltimore. My mother came here to Arkansas from Baltimore. If she would have had some of the nonprofit resources that are available in Arkansas today, man, she could have had a mother's help with her children, where you can go in and live there and meet goals and succeed. My dad could have had that extra layer for his alcohol and drug abuse if that was something that he wanted. I've learned that if you want something, you're going to get it. through different nonprofits if you want it.
If you really
And
want the
there
help.
has to be a choice in your life. It
Right.
really does. And forgiveness, I believe, is a huge choice. I had to make the choice. I'm going to forgive my parents. And so also parents make choices in their lives that are either going to be good to process forward or however they decide to do. But that goes hand in hand with community. So
Right.
the community gives to the nonprofit, the community serves to the nonprofit, and then the nonprofit serves back. It's a huge circle.
I think it's very easy for us to take for granted our blessings, not realizing and understanding how many people are in need and how important nonprofit is. And I think it's very important that you say they have to make the effort. And as they make the effort, they will be amazed at how loving people are and how caring and how giving people want to be. And then that, in my opinion, helps them to find forgiveness. And then when they find that forgiveness, it can be contagious.
Yeah.
It can affect their families and their families' families. And the outreach of community can be done in so many ways and done from a community standpoint, not necessarily from a personal standpoint or from even a denominational standpoint.
Right.
It can be done because people know that they're loved.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter to me what race they are, what economical background they are, their upbringing. If we all come together, I think our world would be much more forgiving and much more understanding and much less division.
Yeah. We were talking about Jefferson County. Jefferson County gets a bad rap. They really do. But living here, I've lived here now for 5 years, and it is a beautiful community. It really is. And you said that about community. We really serve each other here in Jefferson County and in Pine Bluff. It really is a serving community. So to hear the outside chatter is funny because within the community, there are a lot of nonprofits available
Right.
in our area to help with any resource, with any need.
Absolutely.
And we're really blessed with that. You're so right. We kind of take that for granted.
We do take
We
it for
do.
granted.
And so for myself, I believe as being an advocate, I'm an advocate for foster children. I'm an advocate for children and just loving on people. And so for me to know the resources in my community, that's my decision that I have to make, and I have to be prepared to give. I know, hey, if you're having a trouble with foster care, I know a resource that can help you with that. Oh, you're homeless. Let's look at that. So it's also our responsibility
Right.
as people in Jefferson County
Right.
to stay aware of the good, just like United Way has, the good, proven nonprofits that truly serve our community.
That are what they say they are
Yes.
and are going to do what they say they're going to do. There are so many young pregnant mothers, to the hungry, to the abused. It is so big, but with all of us working together, hand in hand, bringing that love, then it's much easier for that mother that is going to have to do this what she thinks alone, or that child that was abused, or that one that was deserted by their parents. If they feel that love, then it's much easier. Like you. I mean, you got great foster parents, you got a faith base, and because of that nonprofit, because of that love, you were able to forgive. And I think that is so, so crucial to the success of any community.